Q&As are so exciting. What's up, YouTube? Maniac here, and today we're gonna do a Q&A. I know this is your guys' favorite. I'm gonna have to bring it back, you know, give the people what they want. Nah, honestly, I'm only gonna do a Q&A. Q&As aren't my favorite. I get it. They're boring. I have been gone for quite some time. First off, excuse me for chewing gum. I just did a 24-hour stream, and I was talking a lot, screaming a lot, raging a lot, so my voice is a little gone. So I'm chewing some gum just to kind of moisten my throat. As always, I tweeted out on Twitter, and you guys hit me with some good ones, so let's get into it. First question comes from Reaper Elmo. What is the this actually probably isn't a good question to start out on. What is the hardest thing about YouTube? And considering I didn't do it for a month, I'm sure someone's typing in the comments already. The hardest thing about YouTube, I guess it depends what you do. Because obviously some people, like Pamaj, he kind of does the same thing every day. He sits in his chair, plays Call of Duty, you know, talks about something, and that's his thing. Other people vlog, other people do weird shit, I don't know. But so it varies for different people, but I would say the hardest thing about YouTube, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree, would be the creativity aspect, especially if you upload daily. Thinking of a new idea every single day. That actually sounds difficult. I was gonna say it might not sound difficult, but probably the creative aspect. Just thinking of a new idea every single day and actually capitalizing on that idea when the camera turns on, you know, getting it to turn out how you want. That is the hardest part. 360 flips. I mean, what the fuck? 360 flips all day ass. Did you ever give up on something because you were scared of the outcome? Now, honestly, I can't consciously think of something, but I think a lot of stuff that has to do with females probably comes in that, as far as pursuing a female, asking a female if she wants to go out. Other than that, I'm not sure if there's anything I don't, you know, necessarily pursue out of fear. But I'm sure, and maybe it's a fear to not pursue what is actually causing this fear. I have a fear of figuring out my fears, and it's stopping me from figuring out my fears. Next question. Zova Life asks, and I've gotten this before, what would you do if you ever got kicked from Optic? I would... Fuck. Right now I got two options. Either go back home, get an apartment with friends, and get a job, but still do YouTube and streaming as long as I could. But probably get a job, go back to school for music. If not that, I would try to get an apartment or something out here with Hitch and kind of do our own business. Well, that's like assuming he gets kicked as well. But maybe get like an apartment with Hitch and, you know, figure out my own business ventures. If it's one thing, it's scary. It's a scary thought, but I really am confident in myself if something was to happen that I'm gonna make something happen out of it regardless. I'll turn the negative into a positive. Justin Bradley 98 asks, what is the hardest thing about your life? Honestly, I would say the hardest thing about it kind of blends in together. The hardest thing about my life is, I wouldn't say the criticism, because you wake up to being criticized every single day just because we're in like some sort of spotlight. But other than that, I would say the hardest part is waking up to cameras being in your face every single day. Whether it's someone needing you for a video, someone needing, or you just being with someone that's doing a vlog. You know, a lot of the times it is fun, and it's of course cool to be a part of. If I fucking hated it, I wouldn't be doing it. But that's probably, I wouldn't say hard, maybe more of an annoyance, but not annoying. You get where I'm going with this. It's just every single day you're waking up to a camera. It's almost like you're in it's like not the same sort of reality. But we do our best to make it normal, and it works out. So it's not too bad. A pure gangster, aka APG, aka BTH APG, aka straight ripping APG, aka APG Brad, Optic Brad that you guys once knew and loved. Ass. What's your biggest life regret and your biggest obstacle you faced in your personal life? Should I just give the cliche answer and say I don't regret anything? I feel like the way I look at life, it's like, of course there's shit it's like you wish you would have done differently, but everything bad or good that happens, it really does just shape you into the person that you are. I don't know what I would regret. If there's one regret I do have, it's probably, and even to this day I do it, it's not showing love to my family and friends as much as I should. I'm not good at picking up phone calls. I'm not good at texting people back. I'm not good at calling the people I should be calling, even though I love them very much. That's probably my regret. What's the biggest obstacle you faced in your personal life? By far, my father passing away. I don't think anything would even compares to that. And I don't know if that needs any explanation. Just losing a parent, just losing anyone that's close to you, especially at a time where I felt we were getting even closer. As I was getting older, that was by far the biggest obstacle. But it's an obstacle you just, it's bound to happen, and you just keep pushing. On a happier note, MLG Ace asks, have you been lifting, man? Yes. Then he says, choose. This is why I'm chewing gum. Did you hear that voice crack? He says, choose. Dude, I can't. I'm done. Bye. Choose one forever. Chipotle or Panda? Chipotle. Easy. Bye. I'm Scampy. Ass. What's your go-to music for the gym? Play that shit. Bacon 2 Morgan asks, if you got told that you had to move out of the house and you could take someone else from the house with you, who would it be? Do I even gotta answer that? I like this question right here. I don't like your Twitter name. What's the worst and best thing about being a ginger? I guess the worst would just be like the teasing and stuff, which doesn't bother me at all. It's like if you see someone with a diamond watch on and you make fun of it, the person with the diamond watch is like, oh, like what? What do you mean? Get out of my face. No, if there is one thing I could do, it's I wish I could tan. I wish I could tan. All I do is burn. I get red. If I could just get like a light little tan, that might be the worst. Best thing about being a ginger is just the rarity. Alright, let me break this down. Think how big the universe is. Billions, trillions, quadrillions of galaxies. Milky Way happens to be in one of those galaxies. Our solar system happens to be in the Milky Way galaxy. Planet Earth happens to be in that little solar system. Little solar system. Humans happen to be this little speck on Earth. Red-headed humans? Or as you like to say, gingers. What is more rare than a ginger? I'm pretty sure we're going extinct. Like, there's more diamonds on Earth than gingers. There's more insert random animal here than gingers. I'm not trying to be cocky, and I'm not trying to boost myself up, but if you think about it, being a ginger is pretty fucking rare, and it's pretty cool. That's just how I look at it. Some people might be different. Now, would I want to be scump? No. Peckamage sounds very similar to pomage. What's one thing that each person in the house does that annoys you? Well, let's start with pomage. The one thing he does that does annoy me, he can't really control it. Let me just name 2 things. 3, 4, I could keep. One thing that annoys me about Pomage, which he can't really control, but every single morning I hear him piss, shit, and go every time. It just happens to be that his bathroom's right beside mine. I can't blame him, but you just see where I'm going. That's a little annoying to hear. But really the annoying thing that he does is I'll shower and I'll throw my towel over like the shower door so it dries, and it's pretty. He can sit there, he can go in, he can shower, and it won't bother him at all. But I walk into the bathroom and I find it on the floor all the time. Even sometimes if I take it and put it on the rack, I'll walk in and I'll find my towel on the rack. I said that wrong. It's on the rack and I walk in and I find it on the floor. It doesn't make sense. I'm about to put a camera in there, but I'm afraid because I might catch something weird on camera. But I wish I could. I gotta get inside his mind on why he does that. What does Hitch do that annoys me? I've been thinking for a while, and I can't really put my finger on something. I don't know. I got nothing. What we got next? Bose. What does Bose do that annoys me? What Bose does that annoys me, and I might get some shit for this as well, but Bose has so much potential to be a character on YouTube or just streaming. He's such a natural, but doesn't capitalize on his natural ability to be fucking hilarious. He just has a lot of potential that he could be capitalizing on and doesn't. What we got next? Flame Sword. What does Flame do that annoys me? I don't know. Like, people don't. I feel like everyone in this house annoys me for something, but when I'm sitting here thinking, I can't really think of something. And the reason I had one for Pomage is just because I share a bathroom with him, and that's just something I deal with every day. Flame might be so clean that he makes the rest of us look bad. So Hex might see Mike's room being so clean, so he'll like point. I got nothing. I tried pulling something out of my ass. I got nothing. You know what Big Timer does that annoys me? Fucking not disappearing. I know he's here, but he doesn't show himself. Come out wherever you are, aka in the master bedroom or somewhere. I don't know. I'm pretty sure, now that I'm thinking about it, my cousin does something like this. He works for the military. He goes to Iraq, and we don't even know. We don't know where he goes, but he goes to different countries. He can't tell us what his job is. He can't talk about it. And that's what I feel like with Big Timer. I'm not sure what he does. He uploads, he does his job, he does it well as far as YouTube, but I don't know what he does, and I'm scared at this point. Janelle Victoria asks, least and favorite things about having roommates. Now for this one, we're gonna go around the house and ask what these guys' least and favorite things are. Least favorite is me being in my room, chilling, relaxing, listening to music, reading, sleeping, talking to Bae, fucking doing well. Doesn't matter what it is. Privacy. Privacy is definitely my least favorite thing, especially not having a locked door. People sliding their heads in. It's getting to a point no one even knocks anymore. One day, they're gonna come in, and I'm gonna be naked, and they're gonna see something they don't want to see, and I'm gonna make sure they see it. Favorite part, probably just always having people around. It doesn't get lonely. Not always having people around, but it doesn't get lonely. I'm definitely more introverted or antisocial, I guess. Living with guys who are more social than me, it just brings some interaction into my life. They'll get some girls to come over. They'll get, we'll have like little parties. They'll get together, have, people to go out with. And it's like just having like really good friends that I can count on. If I need something, they'll help me out or whatever. That's probably the best part about having roommates. Let's go ask the other guys what they think.